The next speaker online, Ms. Reena, lead digital marketing, Henkel, going to present on the topic on brand and media management through social media. So, hi, ma'am, welcome.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and good evening too.
Yes.
And about Ms. Reena, she started her career on a production engineer and worked with the R&D team that manufactured switch gears and EMOs for L&T. Then she pursued her MBA and specialized in brand communication from Symbiosis International University. She has almost 9 years of experience with marketing as an expertise in both B2C and B2B industries. She has been responsible for managing the digital and marketing communication strategy for leading brands like Audi India, Henkel, adhesive technologies. She's driven by her passions and truly love engaging herself in exploring and learning new trends and technologies, mentoring your own talent and creating an impact in everything. She has taught masters and undergraduate students at prestigious University of Applied Science, Germany as a guest lecturer, covering topics on digital marketing for luxury brands and marketing for international business students. She's also a mentor for 30 Minutes University of Planning Community on LinkedIn. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome you back. And please share your screen so that your presentation can be viewed to everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much for the great introduction. I'll just share my screen. So yeah, the topic that I'll be covering today, everyone, is brand and media management through social media. While a quick introduction has already been done, this is my journey so far. I am currently working as a corporate startupper with Henkel. So it's something which is very unheard of, but yes, digital allows us to do innovation each and every day. And this tag is something that I carry at my work because we have the flexibility of having new developments in place. We try and test marketing automation, and we keep trying to do new innovations in our approach towards increasing business through our e-commerce portal as well as our lead gen campaigns. So yeah, this is my journey from a manufacturing engineer to a brand and communication marketing expert. Then I've worked with Audi, like they already mentioned. I'm also an artist, as well as I am currently like a scientist working for Henkel. So basically, what is a brand, right? Quickly moving on, it's something which is an identity, it's an image, and it's a perception. So it's something that is a face to every company. We ourselves are brands is what I believe in, because everything that we do is captured somewhere in our own lives journeys. And similarly, everything a brand does is something that I contribute towards for basically, and this is something that drives me every single day. So these are some of the brand lives I've touched so far throughout my career over the 9 years. I'm currently working with Henkel, and I've worked with Skoda Auto Volkswagen Group, where I've managed brand Audi, and the rest of the brands that you see here, like the Taj Hotel, Starbucks, Jaguar Land Rover, Dove, Tata Trust, were something that I took on as projects when I was working with Edelman, which is a leading US agency. And after engineering, I was working with Tech Mahindra as well as Larsen & Toubro. The agenda that we will cover today are brand and media management topics, and I will also take you all through certain company strategies of how they manage their brand and media strategies successfully. Starting with the digital media scenario, we've seen that the COVID phase was a huge impact that it played on the digital medium, right? So speed, convenience, and price are three key focus areas, which basically are reasons for more and more consumers today to choose digital first lifestyles. The medium is fast. It basically works on your fingertips, and you can compare prices across so many different platforms that you want to buy certain products or services from. So which is why we've seen that there's only been growth so far. And if you see the statistics on digital media on a global basis, people who have been using social media has just risen. It's currently at 4.6 billion plus people using social media around the world. 2021 global media advertising spends on social in dollars is $154 billion. And basically, if you see here in terms of the percentage of global internet users who buy something online every week is 58.4%. And if the very important fact to notice here is that 30% purchase on their mobile device. So mobile itself is growing rapidly. And whenever we as brand marketing leaders do any form of advertisement, we ensure that we buy bigger inventories on a mobile and versus a desktop ad inventory. The overall digital ecosystem is driven by 5 Ds, is how I would like to put it. One is data. Second is direct to consumer or digital to consumer is what we can say. Democratization, basically how much are you penetrating in terms of internet and technology all over. Demand is basically how much are you creating demand. And deals, right? Because today you can also relate to this. We're all very, very savvy of all the big festive deals that come in, or whether it's a car that you want to buy and certain discounts. So all these are very critical aspects, and we've seen that this will basically contribute to the next 2-3 years in terms of how people consume media as a channel. Moving on to brand and media management on social media. This is a very clear statement, right? I'll read it out to you all. Branding is basically designing how to communicate and deliver your promise to potential customers. Media management is selecting the right platform to engage your prospects and consumers. So these are basically two things that go hand in hand. And when we do any kind of brand campaigns, it is very essential for us to have both these plans in sync, whether it's the content that we're creating and whether it's the media platform where we will showcase this content. We have very different strategies. We work with different agencies, say for an advertising agency to run our media ads, a media content creative agency to basically devise the best engaging content for us. So these are a couple of things to note as a clear differentiation between what branding is and what media management is. So how do we leaders in this space create an effective digital branding strategy, right? So I'll take you all through certain key points. One is your logo. A strong symbolization of your business and product is very, very essential, because today you all see, right? If it's a Starbucks logo, it's easy to understand. So how is it that through your logo you can talk volumes about your brand is something which is very critical. Second is the brand story. Any story that is filled with personality, that creates a human connect for your particular brand with your target consumers, hits them at a very different emotional level. And we've all seen how we create purchases or we consume services today, right? So this brand story has to be really appealing. Business website, it has to be strong. The messaging and persona of our audiences that we want to target, the messaging has to resonate with that kind of a audience as well. Search engine optimization is very essential for driving the right traffic to your website. And social media and email marketing is something that I'll take you through in detail. But yes, there are different social media platforms, and what is very essential to know is the consumers on different platforms are present for a very different reason. Hence, it is very essential to have tailor-specific communication for every platform. Content is key. You need to know the right kind of influencers from which industries and accordingly create content. And online display advertising is something that I will also take you through in detail. How brands use social media platforms to drive engagement is something that I will take you all through. Here you can just see like how different platforms have different, users associated with it for very different reasons. The key top trends for social media is something that is in today's day and age, very essential for us to understand. And I'll invest some time specifically here. Trend one that we've seen, this is from the Hootsuite report for 2022. The first trend is basically brands finally get it right with content with the help of creators. So the right content creator, the right influencer partnership that we do, even we've done it in Audi several times with Virat Kohli. We have leading celebrities, leading sports personals who basically resonate with our brand lifestyle, and that is how we kind of choose these particular audiences, and then we help create newer audiences through their circle of influence. And once they are seen with the brand, it just helps increase the trust and helps us penetrate to a newer segment. Trend two, you can see here, is marketers get creative as consumers wise up to social ads. So brands basically in 2022 will be investing very heavily in social, because the entire lockdown period has all the more increased the number of people consuming digital media. And what we ensure is every different social network has a distinct ad format, and we try to create engaging ad experiences that will help people click and take the necessary action that brands want them to do. Trend three is basically social quietly matures out of the marketing department. It's people are not only using social today for creating awareness, it is very ROI driven, and it allows you to target the best of the people out there through different demographic targeting, interest targeting, behavior targeting, and this is what basically gives brand managers, agencies a chance to explore their business and services. Trend four is social becomes the heart of the post-pandemic shopping experience. Today, if you see, everybody is easily shopping from different shop tools available on the Facebook page or Instagram page itself. There are Facebook shops, Instagram shops. At Audi, we still sell the different kind of Audi merchandises on our social shops. So it's that easy, and just through a click on Facebook while you all are doing your day-to-day browsing, you can just buy something. And the last trend basically is social marketers save brands from the customer service apocalypse, right? So today social media has become a go-to platform for reaching out to anybody in any organization if you all are facing trouble with any service. So these are the kind of trends that we've seen so far, and 2022 is just going to help grow these particular areas. The marketing funnel is something that is very critical whenever we decide any media campaign objective. We focus on the top of funnel, middle of funnel, or bottom of funnel approach. It's called tofu, mofu, bofu. There are different ways of executing these separate campaigns. And if you see, top of funnel is mostly for awareness, middle of funnel is to basically create intent, and finally the bottom of funnel is to convert the particular user. This can be done through various tools that are already available. You can conduct webinars, social media campaigns, you can have case studies, offer discounts or demos. So this is the in-depth funnel approach. Moving on to certain brand case studies, I'll just take you through some of the content which I've found out in terms of interesting cases. Today, brands are all working towards creating thumb-stopping and snackable content, right? Because in the day and age where there's so much on your feed when you are scrolling on a day-to-day basis, you'll see it's very difficult to stop somewhere. And as you keep scrolling, it's very essential that you stop, and that's where the snackable content is key. So I'm taking you all through some case studies.
What does luxury mean to you?
Luxury. In India, I discovered that true luxury isn't something you buy off a shelf. True luxury is a feeling. that you are the Maharani of your world. And it can be all designed around you. All the beauty is yours. All the music is yours. India showed me that luxury doesn't follow designers and brands. True luxury follows its own heart.
Incredible India.
So this was a campaign done by Incredible India, and they have wonderful content on their social media pages. You all can go to their YouTube channel. Even the way this font is written, right? The I is in the form of an exclamation mark. The campaign is maintained by the government of India since 2002 to promote tourism in India. And it's something that you can see. It's amazing how they work with striking visuals and create emotional connect through their content pieces on different geographies in India and different locations. This creates a very beautiful impact on social, and that's the key to basically becoming viral, becoming a trending hashtag. And these are things that we keep in mind whenever we devise any content or media strategy. Here is the second example of a brand called Nykaa. I'll just play it.
ये क्या करती रहती हो? तुम ना पंखे में घुस ही जाओ।
कोई क्यों रोके? कोई क्यों टोके? तेरी उड़ान तूने पहचानी। कर वो जो तूने है ठानी। कोई क्यों रोके? खुद लिख एक नई कहानी। तेरी उड़ान तूने पहचानी। अड़चने आई कितनी, अटकलें लगाई कितनी, है बुलंद तेरी जुबानी। तूने अपनी जिम्मेदारी हर पल है जानी।
Hi baby, don't worry, I'm going to be back really soon.
खुद लिख एक नई कहानी। तू चले जैसे बहता पानी। तेरी उड़ान तूने पहचानी। कहानी कोई भी हो, तुम ही हो नायिका। तुम ही हो नायिका।
So this was another beautiful campaign done by Nykaa. Nykaa is a famous cosmetic brand that was started by Falguni Nair. She is today the richest self-made woman in India, and she basically is the world's 10th self-made richest woman. Her progress is huge, and she's the first Indian unicorn startup that's been led by a woman to launch an IPO. This happened in 2020. So you can see with digital media, right? It's just within a year or two that it's gained so much of success and visibility as a brand, and she's enjoying so much of fame. So it's all thanks to what they create online that helps create an impact. This is the third video, which is I've taken from Audi, a campaign that I worked on to create basically a link between our local audiences, and it says, how does India say Audi? So I'll just play it for you all to see.
Audi, Audi, Audi,
चार छल्ले Audi Audi Audi
Audi, Audi, Audi,
Audi
Audi, Audi,
Audi Audi
Audi,
Audi
Audi, Audi,
Audi
Audi,
Audi
Audi, Audi, Audi,
Audi Audi
So
Audi, Audi.
So we ran this campaign with a hashtag called My Kind of Audi, where we as brand managers, when we're working for international companies, right, specifically MNCs, we get a lot of global content which we're supposed to use. There's very less liberty in kind of creating your own local content. But when I was working for Audi, we ensured that we need to create something that resonates with our social media followers, that helps them sync with our messaging and brand tonality, which is why we created a whole campaign around My Kind of Audi. And that was the video where we showed people how you, irrespective of the way you say Audi, it's your car and it's your brand. And we basically, created huge success in terms of shares, likes on YouTube and other platforms. This is another content when we launched the Audi A6. It went from basically a whole button kind of a dashboard to a buttonless digital screen. So we used the Facebook tool to create this kind of a creative content piece. So I'll just play it for you. So this is how the buttons from the old A6 fall to create a digital dashboard. So this is something very creative that we had done. Topical and engaging content is very essential on social media. We have less of time, so I will not play the entire video. But this is something that we had done during the festival of Diwali, where we invited entries to create a rangoli. So this was when we launched the Kutu car. Rangoli was created. So social allows us to engage, and we take the freedom to basically try and engage as many users by running different contests, have something like this when, say, for example, a match is on, like in India, cricket is a very big game that many fans follow, right? So we basically, when there was an India versus Australia match, these are two different colors of the jerseys of the two teams. So the blue for India, yellow for Australia. And this is how we try to create engagement, basically pushing boundaries and who would win the Battle of Champions during the match itself. So yeah, this is what we do. And moving on to effective media strategies, we see that we have to create immersive ad experiences for our TG. This can be done through an always on search campaign, a strong display campaign, a programmatic social video, or some other avenues. I'll take you all through them in detail. Social media marketing is about identifying your customers, finding out which platforms they're on. It can be done through different kind of consumer research surveys, finding out where they are and how do you target them. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter even allow you to upload custom databases of your customers and create a similar replica, as well as target your customers through their email IDs and phone numbers on the specific platforms that they're on. So we sent LinkedIn emails, we've targeted people through in-feed ads on Twitter, we've run Instagram story ads, and as well as different ad formats on Facebook. I've mentioned a few here. If you all can see the carousel, canvas ads, these create really good engaging experiences for the consumer. Video is something that is the highest engaging medium on social, and through this video ad format, we can through YouTube run many ads, right? We have pre-roll ads, mid-roll ads. You all would have seen whenever you all are watching any video, there are certain ads that come up, and that is where we basically try to have the right form of messaging so that it hits the user and creates a click kind of an action. Other avenues in terms of media management is basically OTT platforms have risen tremendously today. And you can see from the Netflix of the world to Hotstar, everyone has memberships these days with the entire smart TV approach. And native content partnerships are something that we work with top media publishers to write articles for our brands and publish them. So you all would have seen whenever you all are reading any article on Forbes, right? You all see a sudden, different kind of an article, which would be like a sponsored article. And that is something that brands do. Influencer activations, it's all about micro influencers these days. There are very niche categories within a bigger category, and we try and tap that. Digital sponsorships are always something that help us reach out to our relevant audiences. Here in the case of Audi, we partnered with Coffee with Karan. Currently at Henkel, we try and sponsor conferences like Manufacturing Today, which are directly catering towards certain industries that we operate in. This is also something I would like you all to understand quickly is even B2B brands are on this wagon, right, these days. And it's immense the kind of work that they're doing to reach out to their industrial kind of segments also through social media. And we create robust digital and social strategies at Henkel as well. I'll just play a video of Loctite, which is a brand that I manage.
3 grams of adhesive. 1 hour. $208 tons. Only one brand can make that math work. Loctite universal structural bonders. So strong, versatile, and durable, there's no limit to what they can do.
So you all heard the word, right? Limitless bonding, and just what 300 grams of adhesive can do, it can basically help achieve such a high strength so that even when the train is running at such a high speed, it can bear that impact of the pull. So this is how even B2B brands are using content and strong message tonalities to help consumers believe in their business and see it for themselves by running certain experiments and capturing it. This is an ad by JSW Steels. We've all seen ads of, all the cosmetic products of all different kind of services, but this is an ad even where you can buy steel online, right? So it's very uncommon, but I'll just play it for you. So you can see here, right? I've basically through the mobile recording that how you can just buy steel within the click of a button, select the width and thickness, and you can see all company details. So it's as simple as that. Ultimately, just to close, we are in a world of transformation, and transformation can only take place immediately. I believe that the revolution is now and not tomorrow. So whatever needs to be done, brands are really picking up and doing everything they can to create a difference today. So yeah, this is it from me.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation, Ms. Reena. And we have 2 questions received from the participant side. And first question is, what are the techniques or technology do you use to measure the quality of your social media campaign?
Okay. So we use our campaign ad managers, which is your Facebook business manager, LinkedIn campaign manager, to check how our ads are performing. We use Google Analytics to see how our conversion pages are performing. We have basically we have tools in place which also track how there are these ad frauds that happen. when we are running digital ad campaigns. So these are many tech tools and technologies that we use. We use Sprinkler to track all the comments that come in on our paid media ads as well as on our organic social posts, so that we can address any queries that consumers may have immediately.
Thank you, ma'am. And next question, few tips for converting social media followers into customers.
Right. So this is a very good example that I can give from my Audi days, where we did convert an Instagram follower to a A8 Audi A8 buyer. And A8 is a 1 crore plus car. And by putting in the right form of messaging, by creating different augmented reality and virtual reality kind of, setups for these particular consumers really helped us transform their thoughts into real life experiences. And through even the leaders in your organization play an important role, right? So they need to be very engaging and active. If somebody is reaching out to them, like say they are brand directors, so they need to respond to them with the right kind of advice. And this is what we did. We had a very robust PR strategy. So through digital PR, basically having the right journalists of your particular genre talk about your product, give them the right kind of positive aspects that followers desire, is something that creates a very strong recall to buy. So we have a 360 approach that we use, but yeah, it is your brand as your own media, your shared media, as well as all these influencers, right? They together help convert your followers into customers.
Ma'am, and one more question, which metrics do we consider the most important when analyzing the performance of social media marketing content?
Okay, so marketing content is all about engagement in terms of social media. So while you may have very high number of impressions, you may have very high number of views, but are people engaging with your social content is something that I mentioned earlier also when I said thumb stopping content, right? So what makes you stop scrolling and clicking and interacting with your ad is something that we measure when it comes to social media performance. So engagement was always the key with reports that I used to present to my Audi teams globally or even within Henkel. How my consumers are engaging with my content piece is something that I would say in the terms of metrics.
Okay, we have another question. How do we deal with the brand reputation crisis on social media?
It says brand reputation crisis?
Yes.
Okay. So online reputation management is something that I also have handled as a part of my experience over the years. And what becomes very essential is to respond quickly, right? Like say, for example, I yesterday itself messaged Mercedes for some concern that I had. And even in the middle of the night, right, at 11:45, they responded to me with a dedicated person's details. So I know that I'm not talking to a robot, I'm talking to a person. And this is how brands need to be. They need to be there whenever there are any crises. They need to hear and listen to their consumers and provide them with solutions as early as possible. So there are different tools. I used to use Locobuzz as a tool to help monitor all the social mentions that I get across social platforms, as well as Team BHP and other car review and blogging websites. And then just on WhatsApp, you get an alert and then, you can address it. So there are various tools available. Even Sprinkler is one of them. But yeah, this is how you can have an effective ORM strategy with good PR and good internal ORM robust tools is something that.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And next question, how important the influencer play a role in social media management?
Okay, so influencers play a very important role because like I told you earlier, and I covered this point, right? It's now not an influencer age, but it's more of a micro influencer age that we are in. We all follow certain niche followers in today's day and age, and I believe that you all would have witnessed the iPhone 14 launch that happened, right, recently. So they had called influencers from all different regions and to their Apple office in California. And why would a brand like this invest so much, right, in just influencers? Why not reputed journalists? Why not direct ads? Because they know that every human connects and associates themselves with someone who they believe in, and if they are using the product of a certain brand, they feel that it is basically somewhere that I see myself also, and that's how they help create purchases, help drive certain actions that brands desire. And these people basically just make you believe in their lifestyles and what they're using. So it is very essential, and brands are investing heavily in this.
And we have one more questions. How brands should invest in SMM?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
How brands should invest in social media marketing?
Okay, so I showed you all different different key areas, which are display advertising, which are say direct messaging, which are programmatic methods of advertising. So brands should first identify if their audience is out there, and if the audience is there, then basically try and collect their data through custom audience campaigns. You can upload this data in a hashed format, which is something basically that is not visible to the Facebook or Google or LinkedIn environment, but it goes in a coded way, and all it does is basically in the form of binary digit codes, it connects your data to say for example it's my data, right? And my email ID and phone number is something that a brand has. So the brand can basically just upload it and find me if I am with the same Facebook, if I'm with the same email ID on Facebook, I will be targeted an ad. And you all would have seen, right? Whenever you all click on a certain ad, you all see those ads again. So remarketing is something which is another key aspect of investing in social. So these are basically two techniques.
Okay, ma'am. And next question is, what brands can expect and not expect by doing social media marketing?
Okay, so by doing social media marketing, brands can expect a good awareness of their brand services. They can expect a good reputation in terms of people can easily connect and reach out to you. So reputation management becomes just easier. And the third thing is you are investing in creating your identity that is accessible to all, right? So this is another key factor as to why one should be present on social media. And finally, like business, right? Today it's all about ROI. And if you are not easily available on the platforms where the consumers are, basically if you are not within his digital journey, you may lose out to your competition. So today, if you see any brand in any category, at least one competition brand would be there. So these are things that you should definitely be on social media for. If you're not on social media, the second question was, if you're not on social media, right, what will happen? Yeah, so if you're not on social media, you are losing out on, like I told you all on the first slide itself, the number of people that have moved on to this medium are huge. So you're losing your chance to reach out to these people who are just growing day on day. So I would suggest for every brand, whether it's B2B or B2C, like I've showed you all, right? Today, everybody is jumping on this wagon. And if we're not there, then we are not in the consideration set. Yeah.
And the final question is like, when is the best time to post on social media?
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. It depends purely on your own brand's experiences. So like we've seen, whenever we are posting content, we get a lot of engagement. by our luxury customers at Audi. I used to get it. See, a lot of comments used to come in on weekends, because that's the time when these business CEOs and all the top industrial, influencers who own our luxury cars are have the time to kind of be active, and we used to get a lot of complaints, queries, mostly on weekends. And what was also seen is basically post the day, right, towards evening time, when they're on their way home from the office. So that is when they engage more with your content. But this varies from brands to brands, and it's definitely something that the analytics of the particular platform provides you with, basis your posting trends. So it's available on the different social media campaign dashboards.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I really appreciate the wonderful presentation you made, and you sorted out all the queries and things asked by the participants and all. Thank you for the part of 5th GDMS conference, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
dear participants, please, the poll is open now. Please poll for Ms. Reena, shared on the topic of brand and media management through social media.
And this is my contact on LinkedIn. You all can basically reach out to me here. But thank you so much for this opportunity, and all the best to each of you, and wishing you all success in everything that you all do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You.